I'm glad to see you walking around. Would you like to congratulate today's winner?
I think I said I wasn't ready to leave yet, wasn't I? Of course.
And I shall call him Franklin.
Yay!
I am here.
I'm guessing this is scripted then. And the fight just keeps going until you talk.
You receive honor from Lord Iduken.
Of course.
There we go.
I am honored by your presence.
Okay, rise, Franklin, Evo. You did well.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
It was a night of honor and glory that will be spoken of for years to come. Be well, all of you.
Thank you. So, of course, we're trying to kind of build up people who like us and our power base.
My lord,
I'm ready to leave now.
your wish is our command.
Right, so, don't think there's anything else left to do, is there? Should I talk to them again?
I can't wait, my lord. I can't wait.
Oh, whoever I talked to, she says that.
See you tonight.
Indeed. What did you say?
I can't wait, my lord. See you tonight.
Ooh. Right, so I think we've done everything. Also on guard. Rogrim, yes, that's his name. I keep umming and ahhing about whether that's a Tetra game.
Proud to serve the Idukans.
Good man. Good man. Right. There's the scholar. Can we go the other? Oh, we can't go the other way. It's barricaded off. So I think we have nothing left to do, have we? No, wrong button. That's the button. Bride of Iduken. Yep. Just head in and have the feast. Oh, do I have this dagger? The Noble's dagger, which is... It's not great. I probably won't equip it, because I think having a sword, having a full sword like this would probably be better. Can we just go in now? Okay, he's not going to tell us not to.
Shall be done.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threats.
Throne will talk to
My Lord Iduken, might I bother you?
Lord Jace.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
Of course, Lord Dace. Now that we've heard that we might be voted, we might get the vote, the Dash's vote. I'm guessing he might be one of those, so it'd be good to kind of get him on side. So, of course, Lord Dace.
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
I don't play politics. What cause?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the snow, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Why so interested in this particular cause? Yes. Why are you so interested?
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be castless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
What do I get in return? He remembers. I think that's all we need. I don't want to push him, but I want him to remember that I... It's one of those things like, of course I will. But remember this if I need a hand. What do you need me to do?
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
The casts. Alright. Okay. I think this is new. Right. What's that? The Proving. Didn't we read that? Oh, we read that last time, didn't we? Yes. Visitors to Orzammar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of dwarven societies are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position. Since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs, I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travellers. The society of Orzammar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants, and servants. Now you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, oh, we have all those divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The sons of merchants may join the army, or become servants, or apprentice themselves to a craftsman. This is all freely chosen, limited perhaps by the circumstances of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarves. No one may become a smith who was not born to smith caste parents. A servant who marries a noblewoman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants, for daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. Right. Tempted to talk to this Grey Warden fellow.
You're a fool.
Greetings, my lord Idukan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
Oh, have you been waiting for me long? Yeah, I know they've been waiting for me, but yeah. It's like, I thought I'd have more time, so... He is a Grey Warden, though, it might be worth... Yes. Well, we're not going to go down that, because that's kind of like, oh, at last, what have you been waiting for me? No. The honour is mine, Warden.
I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Idukan.
We shall see what happens tomorrow. There's no way that I'm the best. No, my father does me great honour.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Orzammar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
Good, let them leave our city and pester the humans. No, he's a human. Let's not antagonize him. I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens. I wonder if Father would allow me to join you. I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
Yeah, are there many of my people in the Grey Wardens?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn.
Would it be possible to join and still stay in Orzammar?
I'm afraid not. Grey Wardens go where they're needed most. Right now, that is on the surface at the ruins of Ostagar, where the human king gathers his armies to face the blight.
Don't think I could bear such a difficult light. I am an Idukan. Orzammar needs me here.
Then it is a good thing that you have other paths before you. Some are not so lucky. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
Dalish elf origin. If, like, no choice. Lady Helmi. Yeah, absolutely no choice in the matter.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
How dare you speak to me that way? Excuse me?
Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
If you have something to say, do so.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
I'm not sure how this relates.
Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Idukan.
So, I'm confused. That means more Aedukans and more... Why is that a bad thing? If the surface dwellers return to the noble houses...
You begin to see the whole picture.
No, I don't.
Your house and mine would be forced to pay the surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
It seems I need to have a talk with the Lord Dace, then.
If you call his bluff, then you lose your chance to turn the tables. Let him think he has you. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called surface caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two.
No, I should talk to Lord Dace and confront him.
You give up the initiative, but do as you must.
Because... Whoa! Oh, she nodded. Okay, that's what she's doing. The reason I was saying that is because I think he'd probably want the surface cast to come back, to open servant cast, to allow for better trading and so on. But I don't want to be played.
You return. Were my instructions unclear?
I've just spoken to... I should kill you where you stand. No. I've spoken to Lady Helmy.
And what did she have to say?
She said my house would suffer from your plan.
I see. Some preposterous story, I'm sure.
Your plan would have forced my house to pay surface debts.
I suppose it could. I mean, well, it's the spirit of the law that's important, right? Our poor, disenfranchised service brothers. Well played, Your Highness. Welcome to assembly politics. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Not so fast.
you've won. Don't be stupid about it.
You forget who you're speaking to. This is the guest of honor and child of the first house of Orzammar.
For now, we shall see what the future holds. Trian's grasp on the throne is in no way certain, and much can happen before then. Now let me be.
Your schemes are an insult to House Deacon. No, I was more kind of thinking it'd be more of a bit of a back and forth rather than... no, there's no point in in kind of threatening him with death. More a kind of a reminder of who he's crossing. Fine then, go.
You haven't made a friend here today.
Yeah, well, you were going to mess with me, so you wouldn't have made one anyway. You led Lord Dace to believe that you would speak for his cause, but instead you humiliated him in front of all the nobles. No, I didn't. Probably could have done that, but I didn't.
My king, please reconsider. Trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Shirak will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Little hard line.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Is this all necessary? Yes, of course.
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Aeducan, who would pose a question to the prospective commander. Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzammar's next commander.
Okay, so that's if the quest can come in. Huzzah!
Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn.
He will fail, because it's me.
Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the Provence, or getting some rest in his rooms.
What do you want with Trian, Father?
Don't question everything. Just go for the ancestors.
This is the first time I've asked you a question. Like, I could understand if I'd like gone, oh, do I really have to be presented, blah 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 blah. But no. First question, like, stop questioning me. Sorry. And I'm guessing that who would ask a question, the prospect is for Lord Dace to say something. Is he in his room? This is his room, isn't it? No, that's Balin's room. Probably should close the door. I mean, he might actually be in there. Who knows? Right, Trian. And Balin. I'm a little worried. Trian.
So you are a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Balin, how was your day? You two are not at the feast. I noted. No, there's no point antagonising him. We've antagonised him a bit, there's no point pushing it too far, just in case he does become king. Obviously there is the possibility that I become king now, from what we've heard. Trian, I was sent by Father because he wants to see you.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.